The weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Today, it's week 4. The weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Cleveland Browns and the Atlanta Falcons. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. First play from scrimmage, Watson going to throw it. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got a man, complete. And all the way in, touchdown, Cleveland. Anthony Schwartz, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. They'll bring a tight end in motion left.
43 is the mic. All day,
ultra. Go ultra. Smash. Smash. 10 cycle. Set. Put.
Beginning on the ground with Patterson. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
They'll run. This is Darrell Henderson. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Algier will try to pick it up, and he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. The Falcons at 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season, and they fell in the opener, got back on the beam with a win in week 2, but stumbled again last week to fall under 500.
And despite that stumble, I don't think anyone's too concerned because they've made mistakes that they believe are correctable. And this is a team still getting to know each other. I'm not that concerned, and neither are they.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. In motion left goes Green. On 1st down, here's Franks. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. A give for Henderson running to the right. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
Ultra. Ready, go.
Trenton Cannon, his first carry of the ball game. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Trenton Cannon, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Boy, a little panic here early. A first quarter onside kick. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game, and maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They've got to steal it and try and gain an advantage, and they tried. They just didn't get it done.
He finds his man, complete. That's Grant. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Here's Nick Chubb, former prep and collegiate star here in this state at Georgia. And pretty good running as he'll be close to a first down at the Falcons' 35. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. They will indeed snap it to Watson. Looking deep downfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the the Falcons are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Keon Crossan. And the Browns are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Well, I can't help but chuckle because this morning, you and I sitting at the hotel, keys to the game, I asked you, said they had the 3 interceptions last week. If they get one early, could be trouble. They got it on the first pass of the game.
And they anticipated getting it early because of their success last week. They are so coordinated right now on defense that everyone's looking at each other saying, who's going to get the next one? And believing it, and they made it happen.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now a first down throw, Watson. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Looking to throw again on second down. Watson. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. After one, a one-point game, 7-6. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Throwing on third down, Watson letting one go deep for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Tyreek Hill, 28 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage. York now for the extra point. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Offense out there for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
And still in the first half here, a long way to go. They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
Twice. Ready.
The Franks looking to throw. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. Finding room at midfield. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Cordero Patterson. Touchdown. Cordero Patterson. 75 yards. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game planned for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On first down, Watson. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. The running game fully in sync, 1-11 on that play.
And sometimes it comes from the offensive coordinator, understanding what he thinks the defense is going to do and dialing up the perfect play. Sometimes the quarterback, though, can look at the defense, realize he needs to change it to a run, and that gets it done in a big way as well.
Tackle by Ashton Davis up from the secondary.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down, because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Check. Check hot route.
On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Already known as one of the best return men of all time, Atlanta was finally the team to unblock everything that Patterson could do for a team. The Falcons used him everywhere: running back, receiver, returner. He even saw a couple of defensive snaps. All told, he was 6th in the league in total yards, set new career highs in both rushing and receiving, and signed a new deal to stay in Atlanta.
On 1st and 10, Franks eluding the print, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney. I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
Flush to his right. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
And on On third down, the Browns going to go with a nickel set. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Franks. And complete to Drake London. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 33. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Straight ahead, this is Cannon. Taken down at the 30.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And he'll get this one down to about the 27.
Not a big run, not an explosive run, but they've held the ball for plenty of plays on this drive. They're just trying to impose their will on the defense right now.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on third down. Off the play fake. Here's Franks. Rolling to his right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The Browns drive about to get started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they try.
He's got a man, complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Deshaun Watson with his third touchdown pass of this first half. And the Browns will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here first and 10. Now Franks. He's going to go for a big play downfield. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there just before halftime. 71 yards. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. Setting up play action. Franks. He'll buy some time right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with him.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. He's going to keep this again. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Falcons have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. This time, the extra point up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. They go play action with Franks. And this one is incomplete.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I'll bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Henderson running straight ahead. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Franks now. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. The linebacker, Robert Spillane, making the big play. Here's Bradley Pinion now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. And going deep for Hill. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game. And the Browns have moved out in front. Extra point by York is up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
Black, 95. Drill, 52.
Watch the shift.
To the right side, this is Henderson. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, They also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 37. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 37-yard line. Franks sliding out of the pocket. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. It's Franks now from the shotgun. Forced out to his left. This pass is caught by London. Touchdown Falcons. Drake London, 28 yards. And the Falcons are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by Butker is on target. And we are all tied at 28. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. Yeah, you got to wait until that ball goes 10 yards. They did not. They hit it before, and that draws the flag every time.
And there's no doubt in my mind that converting an onside kick has never been tougher in the NFL with the new rules. So trying to get it to 10 yards, timing up perfectly, that's tough enough to begin with. But when you go ahead and grab it before it goes, you've got no shot then.
Watson on first down. Flushed out right. He finds his man, complete. That's Grant. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Monte Nicholson picks it. And the Falcons are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. With baseball folks, Charles, they like to talk about the 3 true outcomes, a strikeout, a walk, or a home run. But for this quarterback, it's been the 2 true outcomes here. He's got 4 touchdown passes, but now a 3rd interception.
And it pains you to think that you have to try and tell him to rein it in. But at the same time, you can't just chuck it up there and hope for the best. And old school football coaches will tell you there's 3 true outcomes throwing the ball, and 2 of them are bad.
Franks now to throw on first down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Browns drive about to get started. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 51 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. They run it again with Chubb. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. To the 36-yard line, stop there.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Watson now to throw. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. And if you're thinking field goal from here, it's 48 yards. I think they'd like to get him a little help now on third down and move it closer. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. They'll run for it. Chubb. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
They'll swing this complete out to Hill. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run with Chubb. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Quick throw completed by Watson. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Tyreek Hill with career touchdown number 75. And the Browns have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. They get one more as the extra point's up and good, and they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, this offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD. Trailing on the scoreboard, and the last time out on the very first play of the drive, they threw that interception.
And you definitely saw his coaches, teammates come over to him on the sideline, trying to help him shake it off, because in this game, his team is down right now. So it's important to make sure you get some confidence back for both the quarterback and the entire offense. Otherwise, those mistakes could continue to pile up.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. He's back to throw. Rolling to his left. And this one's incomplete. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both, because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
Pass complete to Green. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They'll look to throw. And oh, that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in a huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
He was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush, because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Duncan.
And that is incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Franks will throw for it on 4th down. And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. Picked off by Martin Emerson. And the Browns have just about sewn up this football game.
Well, let's face it, Brandon. They're down here in the 2nd half. Want to try and make something happen. And if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder. Because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
Watson. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
They'll roll him out right, and he'll just get rid of it. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here.
Charles, for this losing side, their heads are hanging as they walk off the field today. And really, I mean, we know why. Those 3 turnovers by that offense, that's ultimately what doomed them.
And this is what coaches preach all the time to every team that we ever talk with. Taking care of the ball on offense, trying to take it away on defense. And let's face it, when you give it away 3 times in one game, you make it very difficult for your team to get the W.
So for the Browns, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they will head. They'll